out of Cleveland, Tennessee, I give you the Normal Dudes Podcast.
Welcome back to the podcast. Today on the show, we have a dude who stepped up to fight in about 30 minutes. He was at a show, just sitting there as a fan, and then got recruited to fight. And I had to meet this dude for the second time. I had to meet him and to go, what a set of... I mean, you know. Today, we have Cee Jay Cramp on the show.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, smart ass. He said, don't get confused and call me Will.
Yeah.
William the Tank Cramp. Whoops.
You get him next. Yeah, that was fun. I was not ready for that. I wasn't expecting that. That was in line getting somebody else checked in for their fight, and I kind of saw what was going on. I saw Billy off to the side, kind of having some stuff going on, and we locked eyes for a second. And I kind of looked away because I was like, I know something's up.
Yeah.
And he came around the corner and he was like, Cee Jay, what do you weigh? And I was like, shit, I know what that means.
Yeah.
And I was like, like 165, 170. Why? What's up? And it kind of sucked. The guy's opponent showed up that day and had an infection or something like that in his eye. So they weren't going to clear him for medical. And the guy I fought had family come in from out of town. They bought a table. I mean, it's a big ordeal. And he had a whole fight camp.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could have said no. And then that whole day is screwed for that kid, everything that he put into
Absolutely.
it. Or,
Yeah.
I mean, I can say yes, grab my stuff out the trunk and go out and have fun. So my wife said, your bag's in the trunk. Go grab it.
And you did that all just for fun because you're a good human being.
Yeah.
I like to think so.
Because you didn't sell any tickets. It wasn't like you knew you were fighting all week or all month or for 6
we
weeks
were up
or
there
whatever.
to support the rest of our team guys and make sure our guys had some people. And, you know, I like to watch Billy's fights anyway. So
Sure, yeah.
we were there and
Always a good time.
it just happened to be in the right place at the right time, I guess.
I love it. I love that.
Probably the shortest notice fight we've ever I've ever seen before.
That's the shortest notice I've encountered so far, yeah.
I've been like called or had messages sent before for fights, you know, like, hey, you know, in a week or two, are you available? But this is definitely 30 minutes is definitely short.
Yeah, you're the third fight, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was pretty close up on the beginning of the card too, if I remember right.
Like,
So it was
you barely got time to even really warm up here. So
Yeah.
I went out, grabbed my bag, went to the bathroom, and then started to warm up, and then that was pretty much it. Like, get ready to go.
Yeah, so. and then you had to like go tell somebody, hey, can you help warm me up? You know, they didn't even know you're fighting either. So
yeah, my team was like,
what are you talking about?
Yeah. They were all like, wait, what do you mean?
You're like I'm getting in a fight, bro. I need to be warmed up. And they're like, whoa.
Yeah. So we turned around and we're like, all right, we gotta get warmed up. Luckily, we had other guys fighting that day, so we had coaches and stuff there. But I went and got changed. Tank went and found some of our guys that were getting ready, grabbed them, took them to the mats, and went out and warmed up, went over a little bit of game plan stuff. But, I mean, it was more for fun than anything else. So it was kind of like I didn't need to game plan. I don't care to go out and win. Let's just go out and have fun and give him at least a chance to have a match.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, after all of that, it's very important at that point, right? For the person who, it sucks for the person who didn't get cleared.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's there. He did the same thing, and he just didn't get cleared. You know,
it sucks to put all that work in and have something happen, and now you know you can't help it. You know, it's one thing if you're pulling out because you know if you're scared, you know, something like that. But to medically be told like, you know, you can't do it.
I know
that's got to suck for him just as much as the other guy being told like, hey, you don't get to fight now because you know there's no opponent.
Yeah.
It was cool though. Billy was really great about it. He let me, I got to determine everything. The match length, the rule set. I mean, everything was under my control to make sure that, you know, because I was jumping in so short notice, it wasn't some crazy thing. But he was real cool about all that, making sure everything was good. We got everything done with the announcers and all that pretty quickly, and just went out and did it and had fun.
I love it.
Yeah, that's super interesting.
I was. Me and Trey were like, what? I was like, dude, Cee Jay's fighting. What?
It was.
He wasn't on the card.
There were a bunch of people that were like, "You're not on the card. Wait, what?" And then afterwards, they were like, I went to walk around, and because I just told my wife, like, I'm going to eat. As soon as I'm done in this gamma line with our other fighter, I'm going to eat.
Yeah.
And then all that happened. So I went to go get food, and everyone was the same way. Like, dude, you were just up there fighting. I'm like, yeah, I just want to eat now. Like, I'm just a normal guy. Like, that's it. I'm just regular like everybody else.
I want some of those barbecue nachos, bro.
Yeah. I wanted the little egg rolls.
Yeah. Whatever.
They were good too.
Everybody, you smelled something out there that you wanted, right?
There was a lot of good food there.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, there's always good food trucks there.
Yeah. So, you had any more?
No.
That's the
last one that I've had. I wasn't supposed to fight anymore. We had talked about it with the coaches because I had some medical stuff going on that put me in the hospital earlier in the year. So I wasn't supposed to compete anymore. Our professor was a little bit upset that I jumped in.
Oh, you didn't tell him?
He found out like 5 minutes before the walkout. He kind of showed up and was like, wait, you're doing what? And I was like, his first question was, how do you feel? And I was like, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't feel like I could do it.
Good,
and I got to set all the rules. So that was all good. But everything, I felt great afterwards. Everything was good. I didn't have any issues or anything like that. So that was kind of a good thing for me to figure out, where I was health-wise.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't really been training that much either.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you, like, are you training, or are you kind of on the back burner? Just
so the last couple weeks has been kind of more weight training than anything else.
Getting strong.
I try to take a little bit of time off. So I had an issue with my guts, and
I did that.
Jiu-Jitsu was causing it to flare up more, and I wasn't being smart and taking the time off I needed. So this time I was like, okay, I'm going to take my time, let it heal up for the rest of the year, and then start next year fresh. And we're going to compete, both of us, me and Tank, a lot next year. So 2026 will be
you're going to be busy
for us like it was a few years ago.
Heck
Hopefully
That's
everything
cool.
stays nice and healthy. And
yeah. Keep yourself healthy, man. That's because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing, right? Your health and
it's hard to not train. Like, I like being out there. I like to train. I like to compete.
Yeah.
But I hit a point where I had to say, like, my health and the long term being able to compete and even train was at risk. So it was, a choice of take the time off now and be able to train,
Later.
forever.
For 10 or 15 more years or whatever.
Rush it now and not be able to train again ever. So I was like, I'll be smart.
I'm going to relax. Yeah.
Having.
Yeah. And how old are you now?
37.
37. You're still young. So
I'm 38, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about the same age.
Having a kid that trains.
His arms are about double
tell me,
your size.
I know.
You just get the jacket that makes
Let me
him
take my
look
jacket off, brother. I'm going to leave it on now.
You know Let me get this jacket off, but I'm cold, but I'm a little chilly. Let me lose.
No, it's having Will train and compete the way that he does and know how it affects the body has been kind of a nice thing, because he's he'll be the one to pull me aside. Hey, you need to stay off the mats today. You need to relax. What we're doing today is probably not good for you. So it's a lot of having somebody there to make sure I'm accountable to myself, because otherwise I'll just go. Like, I don't care, but I want to be able to keep training and competing and things like that. So I kind of have that constant reminder, like, just a little bit of time. And then that gave us time to get him into the weight room, and he's ready to start lifting. He's at a point now.
He's getting strong. So. He's at that age where it's time. Is he lifting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's he started. He's about a month in now. We go a couple of days a week. He's got himself a good little routine. Him and his godfather go a couple of days, and then him and I go a few days. So he's got a nice routine that he started. So that's I'm excited to see next year for him
Yeah.
with the strength now
Mhm.
added on.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
So,
his last fight.
I was going to ask, what kind of because there's different kind of workouts for different sports, right? Like
Oh yeah,
football,
you got
is
to make sure what you're doing is
appropriate for your sport.
going to work and be useful for
Productive,
what
yeah.
you're doing. Yeah.
So what kind of workout regimen is he?
So right now,
kind of
he's got kind of his body split up in a couple different things, and it's just base workouts he's starting with now. So his base, bench press, he's doing squats, some deadlifts, things like that. The normal basic workouts that you would think of just to get himself started, get his form going, kind of get things like that. We're not doing anything kind of too crazy. As far as, jiu-jitsu specific workouts, luckily we've got a great team to kind of put together tailored workouts for not just a jiu-jitsu specific workout, but for him at his age, his size, and then the people that know him and how he is, to not let him kind of overdo himself too. So
nice.
It's been nice, but it's going to be fun to see how that changes his game.
It definitely will.
I think it will too. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, his last fight, his IBJJF fight, his opponent was a very technical kid. He had like 100 and some wins on his smooth comp, so we knew it was going to be a technical fight.
Yeah,
and I mean he did great technique wise. He lost by an advantage, so that was nice. But you could tell his strength was just
overwhelming.
It was overwhelming for his opponent in a way that when his opponent saw him in the bullpen, I actually watched him look at his dad and say, like, he's fucking huge. There's no way he's 152. And his dad or coach, whoever it was like, no, he's going to be tired. He had to cut weight to get here. And I'm thinking, no, like he's naturally, that's his weight. Like he doesn't do cuts or anything like that. So you guys are in for it.
You're barking up the wrong tree if you think that's going to be the case.
Yeah. So he got to find out.
Yeah.
And it was a fun match to watch.
I like it.
Heck yeah. How long you been training?
So I started training when Will did, when he was 5, but I was with work and life and everything else.
Yeah.
It wasn't consistent.
Sporadic training, yeah.
Yeah. A couple years ago when he got back into it really heavy and really jumped in, I decided I was going to as well. So I lost 70 pounds over the course of a year.
Yeah, we talked about that the last time you were here when Will was on the podcast. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
it is.
Yeah, it was changed my diet a little bit, got rid of the soda and like sugar drinks, but really like just jiu-jitsu and wanting to train and compete. It was like 70, 75 pounds. I got to a nice comfortable weight that I like, and now it's just kind of maintaining it in the gym, and I don't have to do anything stupid. I can train a couple days a week, and it's
just kind of feels good.
Nice. But it's the last, I'd say 3 years though, have been consistent training. Like we're in the gym a minimum of 3 times a week, unless there's something else going on that's keeping us there.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I like it, bro. So you 2026 going to be busy for you. I'm excited to hear about that. And you'll have to post when you're fighting and where you're going to be at. So if you're kind of close by, we can come watch some of that stuff. We love going and watching any type of competition. So
I mean, we usually see you at the fights anyway. So
I mean the fights. Yeah, we've also went to jiu-jitsu tournaments and other stuff too.
So we're starting to put a schedule together. Because we compete at the same events generally. It just makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're starting to put a schedule together now, just because he's got the sponsors and things like that, so we can figure things out in that way anyway. So once we get that going, we'll make sure that it's posted up, and we'll send you guys a copy. That way it's out and everybody knows where he's going to be at and where we're competing, because it's a fun thing for me. It keeps me in shape, and it's just kind of a fun thing, but it feels
cool like it would give you energy. Like
it's crazy. Like you go in, you work out for hours, and then you leave and you have energy to do stuff. And you're like, your body doesn't feel like you want to, but you have the energy to do it. It just
helps your mind.
It feels good.
And your brain.
Mentally, it's great. It's been
that's the biggest obstacle in life is your mental.
My brain has been my biggest obstacle in life my whole life.
I'll be I'll be honest, like the mental side of things for jiu-jitsu, I'm a veteran. So 5 years in the military, I deployed. That's probably been the biggest benefit of jiu-jitsu for me, has been the mental side of things. Like, it goes and gives you a place to get rid of anything you got going on. You know, you can be having the worst day of your life, go in, you're going to be in the gym with a bunch of guys that have their own stuff going on. Nobody cares about that. It's just go out, do your warm-ups, learn your technique, and then roll. And by the end of the night, you forgot whatever your problem was because you don't have time to think.
Yeah.
You know, you're just thinking about what you got to do next.
Yeah, like you don't have time to worry about that problem because you're going to get choked out. So it's like...
So you get 2 hours or however how long you're training of a break from that concern or whatever.
That and
you almost have to bring it back up to yourself.
Yeah, and
when you're leaving,
that's what I was
like,
going to say. Like, if you don't bring it back up to yourself, like, you've pretty much worked that problem out. And if it is something that's so significant that it's still there, chances are you've learned something that day, or you should have learned something that will help you, work
Make
that problem
it,
anyway. Like, that's a big part of jiu-jitsu is making you get comfortable with uncomfortable things. And if you translate that out into the rest of your life, it's crazy how life-changing just going in and doing a couple classes and rolling around on the floor sweaty with a bunch of guys can be for your mental health.
The smells and all that,
So, the smells. I don't know how some people deal with them. I don't know how my wife can sit in the gym for 3-4 hours a night and deal with that. And then the car ride home and doing all the laundry and everything. I don't know how she does it.
I know. So we've actually talked about it a couple of times, like having like a few of the wives of fighting on a podcast and do it all just with the wives.
You should.
Just get their viewpoint on all of this. Because
it's going to be totally different.
It is. It's going to be the flip side of it. You're going to get to hear all of the stuff that the guys don't want to tell you.
All the bitching.
All of that. Or the things that, the fact that, if you're a jiu-jitsu guy, your nails have to be clipped constantly. And half of us don't want to do it. So we go and pay somebody else to. But none of these guys want to talk about sitting in a nail salon getting a pedicure. The wives will be very happy to tell
everybody about it.
Yeah, that's the reason that we're all so happy to pay for their pedicures, because half of us are sitting in the chair next to them.
I love it. That's interesting.
Yeah. We need to do that for sure.
We've talked about it a time or three, and we've never pulled the trigger on it. So it's something that we need to get. Like, we'll call it like, I don't know, housewives of MMA.
There you go. Fighting wives. Fighter wives. Something like that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. For sure.
Yeah, I think it would be.
Yeah.
We might even put our wives on to interview them. Let them see how this feels.
That'd be crazy.
That actually, just completely flipped the whole
script. So all we have to do is sit over there and stare at us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that gives them a chance to see how it feels to be on this side of the camera.
Yeah. Me and Trey would be over there snickering.
I know. It's not that fucking easy.
I know.
What you got to say now?
We'd be playing Jeopardy music during the podcast. You're all sitting there like.
See, we're over here talking shit now, and they're conspiring behind the cameras.
I said white grounds. You cannot let my mom open her mouth.
That's what he said.
No, that's actually a good person to interview, because then you get both sides. You get the wife and the mom aspect of dealing with somebody who fights, and then, with his recent extracurricular activities, you get to, that's a whole different story. That was a fun day. It's just,
I bet.
Yeah.
I put on, not training jiu-jitsu, I have put on probably about 5 pounds, maybe 10 of like that not fluctuating everyday weight.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I've found out that, when you're training every day, you can eat what you want and it doesn't really affect you.
Yeah.
When you stop training every day, you kind of got to tone it down.
I'm about to blow your mind, dude. I'm 210 pounds right now.
I think that's what you were when we were last time.
Well,
it's close. I think I've gained 15 pounds since Halloween because I ate all my kids' Halloween candy.
There you go. I'm 210 pounds, bro, and I'm 5 foot nothing. So I'm getting pretty fat. I would like to go train. I would like to.
You keep saying that, but you just, you know, you got Billy up the road and you just
up the road, dude. That's an hour away, big dog. That's a long way for me. I drive an hour to work.
See, you're
hour to work, hour home, then an hour back to the gym.
No, you go straight from work to the gym.
Can't do that.
And then home.
Can't do that. Wouldn't work out.
So that's where our schedule is all. We're trying to get Will to homeschool so that we don't have to worry about the school schedule. Mm-hmm. But he's being a little bit pushy on it. He wants to stay in high school for a little bit. Now he's really enjoying it with his girlfriend and his newfound fame in school. I was
homeschooled for high school.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Well, if he gets homeschooled, he can train full time.
Yeah.
But he pretty much is training full time now, so it's not like it really makes too much of a difference.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I think it's good for autistic kids to be homeschooled. It worked out perfect for you.
Yeah. All I did was play guitar and skateboard, so I don't even remember doing no work, to be honest with you.
He goes to school now, comes home, and then all he does is practice one instrument or the other 5 that he's got, and then a little bit of video games. We'll hear the keyboard clicking, and then we're off to the gym.
Yeah.
But once we get home, he'll shower, and then another hour or so of doing whatever he wants, and then he'll go to bed and get back at it the next day. He's got his schedule down, so he's still being a kid and spending his time doing everything else.
Do you like staying so busy all the time, or do you ever just want like a damn second?
No,
it's because I feel like I need a second sometimes.
I need a second right now.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I'm so used to it. I think like it's like when we've taken time off, like this last couple months of like not competing, not training as much and all that, it's been like, it's weird.
It's like boring, huh?
Yeah, it is. It's almost boring. It's like, well, we'll be sitting there and be like, what are we going to do? Like we've got all this time. Like what do we do?
So I did that a little bit with whenever I had 3 kids still in school, one of them in football, one of them in baseball, 2 littles that wasn't in high school yet, not even old enough to do anything. And then they all went through high school and they were done with it, graduated. And then we're just sitting at the crib with 2 kids. It's like, well.
You're like, what do I do?
This is easy.
Yeah. Like, what do I do?
Cooking a meal for 4 people, bro?
Yeah.
I'll whip that up in 13 seconds.
We're doing everything that we need to get done. And then I'm looking at the clock and it's like 6 o'clock and I'm like, okay, so now what do we do now? Like a normal night when we're training is like, we get home at 9:30, 10 o'clock. You know,
I don't like that.
So that's late.
Yeah.
It is. So we'll get home.
It gets my anxiety up if I start getting home that late. Right?
No. So we get home from like school and work and stuff, 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we'll be home until 6-ish. And then we'll leave and go to the gym. And then we'll be at the gym from
that is something I cannot do. If I make it to my crib.
See, it's the hardest thing to do once you get home and you're comfortable to get back up and leave.
Yep, my night is done. I'm telling you, it is done. If I sit down on that couch in yonder, I am done.
Our Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and those are our best training nights, but those are the nights where class starts at 7:30. So like once you've been home for a few hours and you're relaxed and all that, it's like, do I really want to?
Yeah.
But you just.
Why do you get my age, dude?
You just get up and go. If I don't get comfortable when I get home and I keep myself busy doing things,
that does
then
help.
it's easy to just
go
right out
I
the door.
walk in and start cooking supper. I don't if I know what we're eating, I'll just go ahead and start cooking because if I sit down, I'm useless, dude. I know this about myself. I am absolutely useless if I sit down.
That's crazy.
You drive an hour home, dude.
I'm all around. Like I move a lot. Like Kelly's constantly telling me like, sit down. Like sit down.
So
like, stop.
You're my wife and I'm Kelly. We're the same way because I sit down on the couch and I'm like, bro, come in here and sit down for a little bit, bro.
Yeah. No, I think she knows though once she sits down, that's it. It's game over.
Yeah.
It's nap time.
Mm-hmm.
And in her words, like, we're going to take a tomorrow nap. Like, we'll wake up tomorrow.
It's going to be 6 o'clock in the morning when we wake up.
Yeah. When the alarm starts going off for work, that's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow nap, that'd be cool. What time does that start?
Depends on the day. I got a whole month off now. So
She said 6 p.m.
That's.
You're off for a whole month?
Yeah.
From work.
That's my.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's
I wouldn't even know what to do, bro.
I'm about to find out.
Yeah.
Well,
I really wouldn't know what to do. I can't sit on the couch and just chill. I cannot. Like I used to be able to sit there and watch movies and TV or whatever I wanted to do and just chill out. But now my mind goes insane.
I used to do that. Like I'd sit down and play Xbox for hours and stuff.
Yeah.
And now I'll sit down in like 30 minutes. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I gotta be like in it and in the mood to play. Otherwise, I can't.
I don't understand neither one of y'all. I can sit down on my couch. This ain't no joke, bro. I can sit down on my couch, not have a phone in my hand, not have the TV on, just sit there.
You're good.
Oh, I can sit and space out. Like I have days that I can do that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I like to stay busy and moving, and
it helps my mind to stay busy, and
I'm used to it.
Like my kids I got jiu-jitsu and gymnastics and basketball and all kind of shit, dude. I'm like, God dang, but I don't get home till 7:30 every night. I'm pissed the fuck off because of it.
Pissed. I just want to eat and go to sleep.
Yeah, dude. It's awesome. Crazy.
I get home about 4 o'clock. I usually get home, take a shower. I'll hang out for a little bit and then we'll go off to the gym. Lately, it's been going to the gym and lifting weights and doing that and then coming home or hanging out at the house and getting things done and cleaned up. And we're turning the gym or the garage into a gym. So we're getting that cleaned out and getting ready to put some mats down. And he's got his punching bag out there now and a treadmill. So we're trying to give him a space at the house so that if he needs bored, at any time, he can just run out there and go. He's got one of them little rolling dummy things that he's got. So he's set. Yeah. What is it, Jorge? That's his name.
Called him a rolling dummy. I thought he was talking about his mom, dude. I was like, golly, you can't say that about her, bro.
Oh God, that school fight was great.
Yeah.
That's I'll let him give you the details of the school fight.
Yeah.
But the gist of it was a bully picking on girls and deciding that he was going to be the male target. And he found out the hard way that, when you fuck around, you'll find out. The kid that trains for 10 years pretty much is not the one that you want to try your luck with.
Hey, no. I wouldn't.
There's not a whole lot of talking involved. It's just going to be action. And when we showed up, he was literally shadow boxing in the hallway in the office. And the principal was like, I don't know what to do with this kid. And I was like, well, and he's like, he's not in trouble.
He's in a fight. He's in the fall for the shadow box.
Yeah.
That's hilarious,
I
actually.
told the principal, I'm like, look, I can promise you 100 times out of 100, this is going to be the result. He's not going to start the problem, but he's not going to allow one to happen either.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, he got in no real trouble. He wasn't in trouble with us.
I would have went and told the principal. I'd have been like, look, bro, if you would have handled this,
so
he wouldn't have had to.
We did. We had that conversation. Told him, look, he's come to you guys a bunch. He's talked to you guys. He's told you guys, this kid was sending them text messages and all this crap, all of this stuff. It was months going on. So they didn't handle it. And we had a couple, on the record conversations, and then we had a couple off the record conversations. And, he's a Marine, and he's a real laid back, cool guy about our age. So,
our age, I like that.
Yeah.
Completely understanding of why he did what he did when he had the full scope of all the evidence. And that's why it was, they called us up and they're like, hey, because of this mom's throwing a fit, we're going to do in-school suspension. That's the lowest level of punishment we can give them. Mm-hmm. And we were like, no, let's just do out of school for 2 days. And they were kind of like, why would you want to do that? And we're like, that's 2 free days.
And we're going to take him for pizza, bro.
No, he went and hung out with John Jones. Went to DBX. Yeah, got to meet and greet with John Jones. Went to DBX. Watched the fights with Billy and all that.
Yep.
And so his reward for dealing with
I
a
saw
bully
those
was to go
pictures
meet the goat of what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Who
fighting, bro.
happens to be from the same area that we're from in New York.
Yeah.
So, that's a great reward for dealing with a bully and doing what you're supposed to.
Yeah,
and then
Shutting that shit down.
got promoted at the gym.
The
So that
next
was,
week?
yep.
Yep.
Hey,
A couple weeks later, got promoted at the gym.
Nice.
So it was he got to find out that when you do the right thing, the right way, even if the vast majority of people don't agree with what you did,
Absolutely.
the people that matter in your life are going to stand behind you and support you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he didn't do anything wrong. He didn't go looking for a fight. He wasn't talking shit to the kid. He wasn't doing any of that. In fact, he actually told the kid multiple times, like, come to the gym. Told the kid, like, I'll pay your drop-in fee. Come to the gym and we'll spar.
Yeah.
And, like, the kid just took that as, like, I don't want to do that. And, fight me in school. You're a pussy. And it's like, I don't want to hurt you. And he took that as, I guess an insult. And really it was just Will saying, like, look, I don't want you to get hurt. And now he's got all kinds of medical issues to deal with. Got to spend a couple of days in the hospital, and he got to find out. I think at the highest level that there are some people you don't mess with, and the quiet, goofy kid that wears training shirts and competition shirts is probably not the one you want to fight with. So
yeah, for sure.
That's it.
Yeah.
The autistic kid.
Don't mess with special ed kids. You get a special ass whooping.
Special ed kids are a little bit stronger than you are, bro.
Yeah.
Better chill out.
They have a special kind of rage.
Yeah.
So no, it wasn't rage. I mean, the whole video is 8 seconds long.
Yeah.
And
no, the fight was over really quick. He made sure of that.
The lesson was taught. It was learned. An 8 second. It's like a bull ride.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
He had his 8 second bull ride and found out that he wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
He found out he wasn't a bull rider.
He's just a regular kid, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a grown man and I wouldn't want to fight Will.
Hell no, dude.
That's the funny part about it. Like, there was a lot of guys in the gym that were like, look, on a serious note, like, I wouldn't want to fight with him, and I know him, and I know he's a kid. Like, why would another kid think that he can do that? Like, it's not like he doesn't have a social media, that shows
they
all
don't
of
pay
it.
attention.
I think he really thought that, like, I'm gonna be the one. Like, I think that it's all for social media. It's all for show.
Yeah.
And, it's like, you don't get the kind of videos that we have from him competing for show. That's real competition. Like, there's real work put into this. So, we offered to pay for the kid's gym membership for a month so he could come in and
learn how to fight.
Learn to fight, but
learn to protect himself.
More kind of boost his confidence back up a little bit because it sucks for that little boy because it's not really his fault. I think it's more of an at-home issue.
Yeah, probably.
That's
probably so, bro.
Clearly somebody at home wasn't teaching him right from wrong. And, he was out picking on little girls. And when a boy said, hey, that's not right.
Hey, dude, what do you
Yeah.
And that's really what it was. It's like, hey, quit doing that. Don't pick on girls. If you're going to pick on somebody, pick on a boy. And he just decided, I'm going to pick on the wrong
Will
one.
just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
he did step towards him just a little bit.
Yeah,
and Will's like,
if you watch the video, he does. A lot of people threw a fit. He just grabbed him. No, that boy stepped in his face and his hand raised up.
Yep.
When his right hand started to come up was when there was a reaction.
You think I didn't put that thing in slow-mo and watch it? You dang
everybody did because it was like,
I saw that, though.
First
That's
of all,
what
it was
I saw
like,
too.
why, it happened so fast. You almost had to put it in slow motion to watch it and see what happened. But it's like,
and then somebody somebody was a terrible cameraman.
A horrible cameraman. We got to teach them better. I want to find out who that was and give them a lesson. But no, I mean, as soon as that kid raises his hand like he's going to do something, that's why your kid should train.
Yeah.
That's a great reason why your kid should do jiu-jitsu. So that you don't end up like the other kid.
Yep.
I mean, don't be a bully, but
that's the first thing, right?
One, teach your kids better not to be a bully, but two, like, the biggest difference between somebody who trains and somebody who doesn't is in that video.
Yeah.
It's fights are going to happen. It's inevitable, especially with teenage boys and testosterone.
I love it. Yeah.
But you know, if you at least have a little bit of training and you know how to defend yourself, you know, chances are if you've been training, you're not going out looking for a fight anyway because your mental state is, you know,
different.
Beyond that.
Yeah.
You know, there's no joy in that because you know what real violence is.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you're not going to fight unless you're put in that position. And, you know, when you're put in that position, when you are trained,
you're ready.
You know exactly what to do. And that's unfortunately for that kid what happened.
Obviously, that is a hip toss and then some side control and punch.
Yeah, a whole lot of ground and pound. The clinch, the Muay Thai clinch in the beginning that's been everybody's like highlight is like that clinch is perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was the perfect, like I'm grabbing inside leverage. You're not going to hit me. Even if you're swinging from down at your hip like he was trying to, it's not going to connect if I reach up like that. And then, the foot sweep, the neon belly, the mount. It's
all nice.
It's literally textbook, of what should happen. But it's, it's fun to watch when you're the parent on this side of it, I guess.
Well, when you know the kid that's doing all that and you know what the situation is, it's fun to watch, right?
And that was what our professor said.
If you don't know, then it could be like,
Yeah, if you don't know the situation, it looks like a terrible video.
Yes.
Yes. When you know the situation, then it's like, okay, so that's what should happen.
Oh, he deserved that. Okay.
Yeah, that's a little different. But like our professor said, like as soon as he found out who it was, he immediately knew, no, this is not somebody sent an email to the gym and they said that like he violently attacked another kid and, all this stuff. And it's like, so as soon as he found out that it was Will, he was like, nope. Yeah. That's a bunch of shit. Like I know better than that. I've known him since he was 5 years old. And then when he actually got to find out the situation and, we were very forthcoming with all of the information. Here's the text messages. Here's everything because, that's our gym is family. Like, that's like a second father to Will. So we were very, here's all of the information so that you're fully informed, make your decision on how you want to handle this.
Yeah.
And they were immediately like, no, this is exactly what we've taught him to do. You know, this is why we do this. So, there's no need to be worried anywhere around. Let's just, it happened.
And as far as here goes, this right here, we're going to kind of pretend like it didn't happen at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much like, that's, we'll move on. It happened, but it doesn't need to be.
It's not a thing.
A big thing. And it hasn't been, at the gym, it's been, we did it. We acknowledged that it happened. He got his stripe on his belt for what happened and doing what he needed to do. But that's been it. It's moved past it. And we've, even at home, tried to like have it be done. We told him after the fight, like, look, let it be. It doesn't need to be talked about in school. You don't need to walk around, bragging or anything like that. He's got to walk around school with stitches in his face and all that. Everybody's going to have the reminder, let it be. And he's done that. Unfortunately, the other student's mom threw a fit and spent a couple weeks.
Oh, made it a bigger deal than it had to be. I like that too.
You gotta love when they make a big deal out of something and it's like your kid was in the wrong 100%. What are you doing? Like you fool.
Here's the text messages.
Yeah, like we literally have messages from your son saying all of this stuff. Like, why are you arguing with us? And she wanted to anyway, so
sometimes they do that.
So how long you do you do anything else besides jiu-jitsu? Fight wise, like competition?
No. I just train really jiu-jitsu. I keep telling Will if he'll go in and stand up more, which it's a little secret, but he has done stand up training. So he didn't catch those hands from nowhere. He actually that was what was ironic was the night before that fight was his first night back in Muay Thai. So it's like, let me refresh myself and then tomorrow let me really refresh myself. But no, when I'm back completely healthy, I'm going to get back into some more stand up. Depending on how things go, I might do an amateur MMA fight just to do one just for fun. Yeah. But that's kind of one of those.
That's my idea of fun, ain't you?
Like it's kind of on the back burner of like if I feel good before I hit 40 and I feel like I'm in a place where I can get an opponent that, is in the same position that just wants to go out and do one for fun, or another. I don't want some 20-year-old kid.
Nah, heck no.
I wouldn't mind going out and just doing one just to do one.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun and it's what my kid does. So I mean, to have that other level of being able to relate to, like, I know how you feel. I've been there.
Yeah, a little experience that way. Know how sometimes what it's going to feel like for him. Yeah. I think that's a big deal.
So far, we've done, everything the same. We both competed in the cage and all that. So, we both had short notice, little fights and things like that. So it's nice to be able to be like, all right, look, I know how you feel. Take a breath, we can get through it. I've been there. So that's kind of the next, and I think for me, that'll be the last step.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
After that one, he can go on with his fight career. When you step
into the pro position, then you have to talk to somebody else about it.
That's, and he has plenty of people at the gym, he's got Mustafa who's, and a rising amateur who will be a pro real soon. So he's got people around in the family that he can lean on in that way when he doesn't have me. So, there's plenty of people in place for that, but that'll be the last stop for me. As I'll do my one for fun fight, and then let's go on with your career, and we'll move on, and I'll be right here to help.
Still
training and schedule.
Oh
yeah. No, I'm not going to stop training. I'll still compete because it's nice to be able to get out there with guys in my own age bracket and all that. But that'll be really it for me. It's just to do one for fun, and then it'll be training.
Nice.
I'm good on that. Whole getting punched in the face all the time thing.
Yeah, I bet that would be rough.
Yeah, I don't look this pretty by getting punched all the time. That's just why I have a beard, because all the scars on my face.
So it's better than my reason. I got about 4 chins under this bitch.
I was born like this, just ugly for no reason, bro. I didn't never get punched or nothing.
Nah, if I shave, I look like Will, so I don't need to look like a 14-year-old boy. So we'll just keep the facial hair.
The beard,
yeah. That's what I tell everybody too. Like, if I shave, I'm gonna look like a 14-year-old fat kid. That's what I tell everybody.
So the last time I had like a really short beard, I had to redo my phone lock screen, and I redid it to my short beard, and he could actually unlock it. It was bad.
That's insane, actually.
Yeah, it was bad. It was before his last growth
that's bad
spurt.
If your kid can open it for you, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we're at the gym, it's, all our professors and coaches are constantly screwing up and calling us each other. And
Cee Jay.
And that's how it goes. And it's funny now because, like, when he was shorter and all that, it made sense.
Yeah.
But, like, now he's like 5'8". So it's like, dude, he towers over me now. Like, if I want to yell at him, I have to make him stand at the bottom of the steps, and I got to go 3 steps up to be eye to eye with the kid, or make him sit down.
And that's another thing too, man. You still have to train because you got to still whip him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. He every now and then he likes to try and test it, and we have to kind of show him that that there's a difference in strength when that old man strength. But now that he's in the gym lifting with me, he kind of gets to see where there's some strength difference.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like, here, I'm showing you how to get to where.
But sometimes that testosterone will build up and he'll be like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know what? I hope that I don't have that with him. We had that with his older brother when he was about his age.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we don't. I think that with him training, with the people that he trains with, and the way that he trains, we won't have that issue.
Yeah.
But
it made all 3 of mine real dumb for a few minutes.
Yeah.
I think all of us, older ones. Yeah, I mean,
I think all teenage boys have that, like,
for sure.
Because I remember distinctly, like it was yesterday when I swung at my dad, and I also remember.
Hell no! I'd have got my ass killed, bro. I'd be dead right now for sure.
So my dad's only in his 50s now.
Well,
so like right now, my dad's in his 50s. So he was young when I was born. My parents are young, and we were out for a run. And we were walking back to the house, because I used to work out with my dad, the same way that I work out with Will. And we were going back and forth, and I remember him saying something smart-ass, and it pissed me off. And I was in that, and I turned around and swung. And I remember him leaning back, and I remember the smirk on his face. And I was turning to run before I even hit the ground.
Yeah.
Like I had already, and he punched me right in the middle of my back, and it wasn't hard, but it was enough to like, boy, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And I hit the pavement, and he just walked past and laughed and walked down the steps to the house and was like, "Get up, dummy!" And I was like, "Yep, I ain't doing that again."
That's funny.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm 37 years old now. I was probably 13, 14 when I did that, and I
My
remember.
grandfather, when he was still alive, he told a story about one of his kids bucking up. One of the boys had bucked up and was like, "Well, we're gonna go at it." He took him down to the basement. Was gonna give him a whipping, and he took his belt off, and he was holding his belt, and he said, his son was standing there face to face with him. He's like, and he goes, "You want it like a boy or like a man? Like a boy or like a man? How do you want this whipping?"
You get a certain age, it's like I'm not gonna spank you. Like, like I'm not about to spank my 14-year-old 5'8", 850-pound kid. Like that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk now, or we're gonna have to go out in the garage and put the gloves on.
Yeah.
Like,
My 16-year-old, he skipped school one day, and he was 6'3", 250 pounds.
yeah,
I just whipped him with my belt, bro. Stood him up on his tippy toes, straight up.
I don't have
give
that
it to
problem.
him. I give it to
got
him
lucky.
straight up, son. I was like, "Hey, bro, look, here's the thing. You know you shouldn't have done this." He did. He knew.
Yeah.
And he did it.
It sucks when they know it.
Oh yeah.
And it's like it's almost like I don't want to do this because like you already know me, but I have to.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Like I don't
have a
want to
choice.
do this, but I
Yeah.
have to because you put me in
Put
this
me
position.
Yeah.
And
this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it sucks.
it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got lucky with him. We don't really have too many issues.
Yeah.
He's pretty, between all the stuff he does, the biggest issue with him is like making sure that school stuff is, he's
Still
in
a
high school
priority.
now, so
Yep.
the grades and stuff like that are a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
So making sure that he's on top of that. But for the most part, I mean, we don't have the problems with him or our daughter like that. I mean, they're the only two in school still, so
Yeah.
they both just pretty much, they're little mini adults.
Yeah.
They just kind of get up, they do their stuff, and when they need stuff, they tell us. But other than that, they just it's weird, but it's kind of cool to like sit back and watch them kind of
Become
live
adults.
and like become like their own people. And it's been really cool, especially like being in this position with jiu-jitsu and like the way that Will trains and competes and does the social media, because we can watch him, we can go back through the videos and rewatch him grow up.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see all the different stages that he's gone through
Yeah.
with, training
really
in
cool,
jiu-jitsu
ain't it?
and life, and being, with the social media stuff that he does and that Kelly does. It's been nice to be able to go back and re-look at all that stuff because it's like, damn, I remember all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so that stuff is cool. But then it hits you like we only have a few more years of this, and then like what's next? Like,
I'll tell you what it is. It looks like empty house syndrome. And all of my kids, I've already told all of them, like, hey, so when we get Braxton and Cooper moved out of the house, better call. You better call. Better call, because I'm gonna be sitting on the couch naked, bro.
So
100%.
unfortunately,
I'm still gonna be doing it.
he's already been told he can stay as long as he wants, as long as he's fighting and training.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
If I can find a piece of property, I have a house plan built that has a whole gym there. I just can't seem to find the property in the area that I want.
God,
The price that I
land's so
want.
expensive right now.
It
Dude.
is, and I don't need a lot
Yeah.
to build what I want, but I want it in a certain area and distance
Certain
within the gym
yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's like that's been the problem. So
Yeah.
now we've been looking at like already built houses that I can find a bank
Remodel
that'll.
to-
I'm gonna wreck it and rebuild it. But
Yeah.
oh yeah,
the banks don't want to let you
do that.
buy a nice house, wreck it, and rebuild it unless you're like willing to pay, the majority of it up front.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what we're looking at now is like where can we do that? But I mean, he wants to fight. He wants to continue to train. That's what he wants his career to be is an MMA fighter. He is determined that the UFC is going to be
A thing
his
for him.
career. So I mean, and it's not like he doesn't have the tools and the people behind him to help him get there. So, and he's got the drive and the heart to do it. So if that's what he wants, then, you know, I don't have any problem making sure that we've got the facilities there for him to do it. And
putting your best effort forward.
If he becomes, you know, because he corrects me and he'll do it. He's already sitting over there. When he becomes a UFC fighter, he might as well have everything at the house to train with. That way he doesn't have to worry about going places. So, I mean, we might as well start accumulating that stuff in that space now.
Putting it together.
So that way when he hits that point, it's just, you know, he's at the comfort of his home doing what he wants to do and just making a lot more money at it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the...
So when does technique outweigh your strength? Because my son's in jiu-jitsu too, and I know that he's going to be able to hold my ass pretty soon, probably.
So... dude, he's technical as hell.
Yeah.
Like, he is super technical, but he's also super strong, and he's just starting to realize how strong he is. So, like, you know, we'll be rolling and he'll go to like cross face to take my back, and he'll grab and rip. And it's like, damn, dude, you trying to break my jaw?
Yeah.
Like, chill out a little bit. But he doesn't realize that, like, he's that strong.
He's not 6 anymore,
yeah,
bro.
like, so I think there is a point where, like, strength can outweigh technique.
Yeah.
But I think it depends on, like, the level of technique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Harold put me in a choke the other day. He's wanting to show me some bullshit. That shit fucking hurt, dude. I was pissed off. I was like, dude, you're going to have to calm down, son.
we were warming up before class like a month ago, and I've jumped into class here and there. Like, I'll do, you know, warm-ups and technique and, you know, a little bit of light sparring. And we were warming up and he caught me in something, and I was like, damn, dude, like, that was good. Like, I was almost out. Like, I had to man strength out of that one.
Yeah.
And then act like, you know, it wasn't there. And he's like, no, I know it was there. And I was like, no, you full of shit. Like,
You never had it, bro.
like, you weren't even close.
You never had it.
No,
That's
he's
the way you
at
always
a point
gotta
he
do
knows.
it.
Like, when he's got stuff, he's at that maturity in his jiu-jitsu where when he's got something and he knows he's got it, he doesn't care I don't have to crank it. I don't have to sit here and hold it forever.
Yeah.
I'll move on to the next thing. He knows he's got it. And if you're not going to tap to it, cool, I'll move on to the next thing. But I mean, he's rolled with adults and trained with us adults since he was 11. So he's used to people our weight, our size. So when he rolls with kids, it's completely...
Lightweight.
When I explain it to him and I compare it to him like the baseball player when they're warming up.
Yep.
They're using the bat weights to make it heavier so that when they take it off and swing, they swing a little faster, a little harder.
Yep.
You're warming up with somebody 100 pounds heavier than you, way stronger, you know, probably way better technique with some of our guys. When you go get with these kids, it's going to be like nothing.
Yeah.
And it's shown. And then him getting in that fight really, that unlocked a different side of him too. We've seen that in the training and in his last competition where there is no... He used to kind of like meter himself. Like he would match strength.
Yeah.
Like with the kids that he was rolling with, he would never really outstrength them, almost like he was trying to be nice.
Yeah.
And after that fight happened, it was almost like, I don't care anymore. Like
The switch flipped.
yeah, like he flipped that switch and now he knows how to flip that switch.
I like it.
And that's been a noticeable change in his training, and in that last competition was just a complete flip of the way he's handling it, the way he's dealing with his strength and his composure. I mean, in his school fight, completely composed, but in his last competition, even, I mean, you can watch the video and you can see, you know, when they're doing their transitions, he hits a point where he recomposes himself. You see him look at the clock and look at the scoreboard to kind of see where he's at. And you can just see in his face that it's a completely different level for him. And he's maturing in that area too. And it's
cool to watch.
It's nice. It's really cool to watch. But then on that same side, like there's going to become a point where it's like, God, you're whooping my ass, kid. Like, we got to stop now.
Yeah.
So it's it's fun overall though. I like it.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
So, Cee Jay, at the end of these things, bro, we give everybody a second or two to give any shout outs that they want. If you got any, look at that camera right there and shout it out. If you don't, we'll take this out of the podcast.
No, obviously my family, my wife and Tank, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't train, if at all, nearly like I do. And my family for putting up with it and dealing with all the training that we do. Everybody at Independent and our team there, everybody's great. Everybody behind the scenes as well that helps out with not only my training and everything, but Will's as well.
Heck yeah.
And then at the end of these things, we tell everybody we love them. You don't have to, but that's what we do.
Nah, we love you guys.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.